Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the one and only World Improv Network comedy show on Mile High Sports Radio. Take part in the show by giving your suggestions or questions to the cast for each show segment throughout the week, or live during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling in to Mile High Sports Radio studio line. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You're listening to WIN World Local News.
WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss. Breaking news into the WIN World Local News sports desk from WIN sports reporter Kangaroo Andy, who's live at the Rio Summer Olympics in Brazil for the gold medal match between Russia and Australia in full-contact synchronized swimming. How's the battle in the pool going, Kangaroo?
Oh, it's pretty impressive out here. Well, to be honest, I've never seen such an impressive athletic feat in a swimming pool. I mean, we're talking they're doing backflips over the water, under the water, and at some points they're doing it over and under the water at the same time. I mean, this is one of the greatest contests I've ever seen. They're actually right now trying to build a pyramid to achieve the gold medal, which is hanging 40 feet above the swimming pool right now. Yes, you could look there. The fervor is very, very intense right now, and they are now throwing water balls at each other, water balloons, to knock the other pyramids down. I do have the coach of the Russian side here. Let's talk to Vladimir Vladinsky. Yeah, what's the strategy for this? Okay, I believe he was saying you build your way to the top, you get the gold medal, or you go to jail. Yeah, well, it's a great contest out here, but back to you, Porter.
Wow, building a pyramid and knocking it down. Sounds like humanity. Well, moving on to our next breaking story, which is brought to us by WIN contributor Tyson from Las Vegas, Nevada. At the massive annual Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, William Shatner, or Captain Kirk himself, shockingly confessed to the Trekkie nation that without Star Wars, there would have never been a Star Trek. However, Star Trek first debuted in 1966, while Star Wars did not hit the theaters till 1977. Was this an Enterprise-sized slip of the tongue from the good old captain, or something else? Well, to go where no man has ever gone before, let's beam ourselves live to WIN senior Star Trek correspondent, Commander Spock, who's on the USS Enterprise hovering above the Las Vegas Strip with all the Starfleet details. Spock?
Yes, I'm here with the captain himself. For we have entered something of a logical conundrum, haven't we? For such a statement regarding the chronology, as our intrepid WIN radio host has already pointed out, Mr. Potter Smittss, what do you have to say for yourself, Captain?
I feel we have gotten ourselves into a predicament that we cannot escape.
I just need you to be logical about this, Jim.
There's no way to go from here, Mr. Spock.
Well, it is true that although time is a constantly fluctuating non-substance of this reality, we are constantly caught in a static position. So I suppose you've got me there, Jim.
There is no future without the past. However, the past cannot exist without reference to the future.
And what is the future except a collection of dreams that have been woven together by an imaginative memory lost in its own mind?
I feel you have struck an important message here, Mr. Spock. Thrusters complete. Engines go. We must escape this vortex of time.
What about the Force, Jim? Do you think the Force is real?
The Force is but an illusion in the space and fabric of time.
Oh, what do you think about lightsabers? Why didn't we get those?
I would like a lightsaber. I cannot deny that.
I will say this. Something we have over the Star Wars universe is no Death Stars. We have a Death Star-free universe. It's pretty neat, Jim.
Also think that teleportation is an extremely underrated skill that we possess in this galaxy.
Couldn't agree with you more. Back to you, Potter.
Wise world. Super wise. Well, on to our next top story, and it's brought to us by WIN contributor Chris of Bethesda, Maryland. 4 weeks after the global revolution began, a new counter-revolution is springing up. Pokemon Go 2.0. Pokemon worldwide, regardless of their combat power, are breaking free more regularly from their Pokeball-wielding humans and escaping to freedom. What has caused these seemingly lovable Pokemon to rise up and rebel against their Pokemasters? To lure out these answers and much, much more, let's go to WIN Pokemon psychologist Professor Pidgey, who's live in Washington, D.C. with all the Poke details. Professor Pidgey?
I'm out here in Washington, D.C. right now, Potter, and I'll tell you, the heat is hot and the Pokemon are jumping out here, okay? Now, we have people here chanting together. It's the largest lure they've ever set out for a Pokemon hunt. They're expecting 10 to 20,000 different Pokemon here. I have actually one trainer here by my side. His name is Vance Vanson, and he said he is a level 48 trainer. Vance, what seems to be the difficulty? You've had some rough patches here the past few weeks.
Oh, well, I think the algorithms are getting out of control. I don't think their servers can. I don't think their servers can.
Gonna be all right, Vance.
I don't think their servers can handle all the accessors.
What are you trying to say here, Vance?
All the trainers. There's too many trainers now.
Now, Vance, I do think that is a problem, but maybe you just need to raise your game because, look, the bottom line is Pokemon gonna poke you, and you can't do anything about that.
Oh, man, you're right. I mean, there's so much I could do better. I know it. It's just that I've already upgraded to 4G. I got LTE. I got CDs. I mean, my screen's in 3D. I don't know what else I can do. What do I do?
I wish I had the answer to that, Vance, but I certainly do not. I mean, Potter, it's pretty outrageous out here. We got Snorlaxes running through the crowds, and not a single person. I've seen about 4 of them here, Vance.
There's a Snorlax over there. Oh, man.
Yep.
It looks like it's a level 22. Nobody ever gets a level 22 Snorlax.
Vance, I got to be honest here. I think you seem to be lying about your skill as a trainer. I haven't seen you even make a valid attempt at capturing one Pokemon while we've been here.
That's because my fingers are brittle.
Vance,
they could easily break if I touch the screen too hard.
You seem like you're full of excuses, Vance, and that's not the way you're going to catch them all. All right, Potter, back to you.
Well, Pokemon 2.0 has taken effect, and it's hurting Vance. Went on to look for the global weather. Let's check in with Tulip Sunspring, who's in Rio dancing with pink fluffy unicorns on rainbows over the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue. How's the weather and the dancing going, Tulip?
The dancing is going quite lovely. I love the costumes out here. As you can tell, they are still in the process. They are still in the process of constructing some of the arenas that games have yet to occur. The weather out here is a very balmy 74 degrees. The sun is out. UV radiation is expected to be at a seasonal high. That's 13 kilograms per metric meter. I don't want to get into the gruesome details of that situation. But I will say this, we are all having a lovely time, and I brought a lot of bottled water of my own. As you can hear in the background, people are really enjoying themselves. This is a multicultural gathering that only happens every so often. We should all be proud to be Earthlings. Back to you, Potter.
Well, thank you, Tulip, for that excellent report on weather and unicorns. And thank you for tuning in to WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss. Stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the WIN cast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break for a case that needs to be tackled during Community Court. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.